Good morning and welcome to the beautiful castle of Doornenburg, or Kasteel Doornenburg in Dutch. This castle is actually one of the many castles or forts that the Netherlands has. I didn't even know that until I started planning this trip yesterday, but there are quite a few. So, due to all the COVID measures, the borders are still closed. So not much real travel going on these days, but of course it doesn't keep me from riding my motorbike. So I planned this trip for today. It's not a long trip, it's about 140 kilometers. But I'm planning to do a lot of filming and take you on this trip. It's going to be a nice scenic route through the Netherlands, mainly the province of Gelderland, where I live. I started this morning in Arnhem, and I'm going to be taking you along some very nice roads on dikes, typical Dutch dike roads along the rivers, and visit a few of these castles the Netherlands has. And it's going to be a round trip, so at the end of the day I'll probably end up in Arnhem again, and I show you all the beautiful stuff the Netherlands has to offer. So I rode about 100 kilometers now, so that's almost 3/4 of the route, and I figured this would be a perfect spot for a lunch break underneath this typical Dutch scenery and eat my boterham met pindakaas. It's too bad the weather isn't that good. I was hoping for a little bit more sun today, especially because, well, it looks a little bit better when filming. But for the rest, it's been quite a nice ride. Seeing some of the dike roads I already talked about. And I was able to make a few, I think, beautiful drone shots of the castle so far. One of the big advantages of this area is that I'm allowed to fly my drone over here, because the Netherlands is a pretty small country. with a pretty small airspace. But this area, so a little bit southeast of Arnhem, there's way more space to fly a drone without being in a restricted area. So today is also some kind of test day, because it's the first time I'm riding with my complete filming setup, as I planning to do on my longer trips. So I have my Gopro Max on my handlebars, which I can also put on any other part of my motorbike with the RAM mount. I even have the GoPro remote, which is quite handy because I can start and stop the recording anytime, wherever the camera is on my bike. I have my drone in my backpack, as I mentioned in my previous video. That works quite okay. I can launch the drone and recover the drone while sitting on my bike. The remote, I have it on here, and that works quite well. So for now I'm pretty happy with my setup. Well, let's test this some more. So that was today's ride. I really enjoyed it, although I missed traveling a lot. The Netherlands can be really beautiful. Too bad the sun didn't show up and it was all paved. But anyway, I had a nice day. So many nice things to see. The castles, the dikes, but also just typical Dutch scenery. If you have any comments or tips for the next rides or video product, leave them below and I'll see you in the next one.